Good morning, friends. Oh my goodness, it is cold and rainy outside. It is October 16th today. And I just got home yesterday afternoon. We had to go, remember I told you my husband was switching jobs and he was going to lease a truck with another company. And he would have had like a 26-hour bus ride to Pennsylvania, to Shippensburg. And I thought, I've done that bus ride before. I was sent, a company I worked for, I was sent down to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, to pick up a truck, a new truck. Well, 26 hours on the bus from Chicago. I rode, got there, I was exhausted. Got the keys to the truck, all the paperwork. I went outside and the truck was literally smashed. The front end was laying on the ground. It's like, I don't know about this one. Anyway, I remember that 26-hour bus ride and it was a bear. And I looked at my husband this weekend and I said, you know what? Let's just drive you there. It's a 10-hour drive. We can drive there, you can drive there, I'll drive home. No big deal. We'll get you down there and you don't got to ride a bus for 26 hours. Plus the fuel, you know, and I don't know about the tolls, but I know the fuel was all reimbursed by the company. So there we went. I thought, you know what? I took my friend Sharon with me. I said, well, we got to go down there. John gets in the car. He goes from point A to point B right now. He'll drive 10 hours straight. And he don't like to stop. He just wants to, he's got one thing in mind. He's a trucker. He's got one thing in mind, get to the destination. I always used to have to tell him when we were driving, look, you can drive, but you got to stop and smell the roses. You know, you can stop and see things. You got time. But anyway, so on the way back is where we had our fun. We drove 5 hours, between 5 and 6 hours, 2 days. And we stopped and we did some thrift shopping. We had a bite to eat. We got a hotel room. You know, we got 2 nights in a hotel. So we had fun coming back. And it was nice having a travel companion. I mean, if I would have done this myself, I would have probably just drove 10 hours straight home. I'm like that too. Get point A, point B. But when you want to have fun, it's like, let's go. I don't like to travel alone because I've driven out there so many times by myself with the semi. It's no fun. So I would have driven from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania to Kaleva, Michigan, one straight shot. But with my friend Sharon, we stopped and we hit thrift shops through Pennsylvania, through Ohio. We had a ball. We had a picnic, you know, out on a gosh, in Pennsylvania, they've got emergency parking, little places that you can pull off. And I shouldn't say little, because they're quite large. So we just pulled off there and, you know, we packed our lunch meats and our veggies and all our goodies to eat. And we stopped and had a little picnic on the way down and on the way back. So we had fun. And we talked and we chatted and we shopped and I got some nice stuff. I brought all my family back goodies from, you know, my trip back from Pennsylvania and Ohio, and I even stopped in southern Michigan and got a few things, and we even hit Birch Run. You know, that place is like dead. It used to be booming, that mall down there, Birch Run area. There's like hardly anybody in the parking lot. It opens at 10 o'clock. And there was like hardly anybody there. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, there's so much shopping online, and Amazon is wiping out these brick and mortar places. I'm telling you, and the shopping online, why would you want to go battle traffic and pay, you know, twice as much for something when you can sit in the comfort of your home, order it online, have it delivered to you, and pay less? Well, there you go, friends. Anyway, but we did stop in there, and things were very expensive down there, so I didn't buy anything because I'm a tightwad. So anyway, with that, we had a ball. We had an absolute ball, and I was exhausted. We were tired from traveling, and Sharon gets out of the car, and she says, oh, I got a flat butt from riding for 5 hours, 6 hours. Anyway, between 2 days, it was probably 11 hours of driving. Anyway, so with that, I'm back home. I have, people said, well, how can you have videos coming up when you're in Pennsylvania? How are you editing them and making pumpkin bread and all that? No, I did my videos. I do videos. I've got a schedule. So like maybe 2 days when I don't have kids or have anything to do, I will do my videos. And then I schedule them to come up either daily. Right now I'm on an every other day schedule. So that's how I do it. Anyway, so there's a lot coming up, and we had just an absolute ball. I got all the gardens ripped out. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. And on another note, I've got all the gardens tore out. Everything is done for winter. I just got to put my little tchotchkes away. I took the bricks and that I had from the chimney. I told you I was going to line my over by my pond area. I was going to line them with the bricks for an herb garden. Well, I got that all done, and that looks really nice. And I'm like 5 bricks shy, so I got to find 5 more bricks somewhere. The little chimney blocks. I'll find them, and then my garden will be really pretty over there, so I can plant all my herbs next year and keep them all in one spot. So with that, the chickens did good. I had them all set up. I have probably a week's worth of water in there because I got a big 5-gallon watering container. So I had that full. I had their dish full of scratch. I had their other dishes full of food. So I have not even gotten out there yet since I've been home to gather the eggs. There's probably 4 dozen eggs out there. So, and I got a broody hen, so she's having a ball. Anyway, so with that, they were good. I'm really excited because my friend gave me, he's not giving me, he's letting me use a canopy. And it's like 10 by 17 or 10 by 20, somewhere around in there. But instead of closing in the coop, all around the coop with wood, we're just going to put that canopy over it. And we're probably going to detach the coop that we bought originally. We're probably going to detach that because with that coop, it's far too long for that canopy. So we're going to detach that and put the canopy over the part that we built. And then the part of the chicken condo, I call it, part of the chicken condo that has the perches in there, that one we're ultimately going to close in and make a regular little, stick-built coop out of that. And then they'll have the middle section for running around, and then the last section, the one that we bought, that section of coop is just going to be some nesting boxes. But friends, that thing's falling apart. The bottom fell right out of it, and it's like, how can they sell something that's such poor quality for such a high price? That just burns my butt. Anyway, so my son came over because John was gone. My son came over and nailed it all back together, and it's like, you know what? Granted, I didn't pay. That was originally $500. Granted, I didn't pay that much, but still, I paid $199 for it. And certainly, even for that price, it should have lasted more than 1 season without falling apart. It's not like we're, really wet up here, but I don't know. I'd never recommend it, and I'd never buy another one. And those originally are $500. Who can afford to buy a chicken coop for $500 to last 1 season? That you can't even put them outside. You would have to put that thing inside of a barn, to keep it out of the elements. That's not the idea. So Tractor Supply, you need to get a better gig going on that, because that's bad business. Anyway, so enough of that venting. I was just upset. That's not right. That's not good business. If you're going to sell something, you need to sell good quality. But I always say, you know what? Things over the years have gotten very expensive, and the quality has gone downhill, even with cars. I'm sorry. Perfect example. Tin foil and duct tape. You can almost see through the duct tape, and the tin foil anymore is like tissue paper. So, I don't know. I get upset with stuff like that. Anyway, My daughter, my youngest daughter, she just started her website. It's called Her Elements. And she does all kinds of stuff. She's like an extreme couponer, for one thing. Fantastic shopping and budget shopping. She does DIY projects. She sells, she's got a little account. Well, she's going to come and do a Pantry Chit Chat with me. But she does all kinds of stuff, all kinds of DIY projects, you know, a little bit of everything. Whatever interests her, she puts online, because the couponing helps everybody. The DIY projects, that's perfect for budgeting, you know, and stocking your pantry. And she's got, my pantry's jam-packed full of food. She's got her pantry that's got food in it, but she's also got a pantry jam-packed full of paper products, shampoos, cleaning supplies, you name it. So she's going to do a Pantry Chit Chat with me, and we're going to introduce her. But you guys might want to go over there, and I'll put a link to her channel. She just started it. I told her, I said, get yourself on YouTube. You've got so much knowledge that other people can use from, that other people can use, and it would help others. And she's like, okay, you know, so she did, and she does fantastic with it. So she's got lots of videos coming up. Granted, she's only got like 1 or 2 videos on there. And I think her first video, she was just flabbergasted, because she went over to Bear Lake to the Dollar General, and it's just a dive. The place is so filthy and so full of stuff laying in the aisles. It's just, you can't even hardly walk through it. And I think she put a video up on that, because something with Dollar Generals, a lot of their stores just aren't very clean, and it's not good business either. But that was one of her first videos, but she's got many coming up. So I'm going to put a link to her website, and go over there and tell her ma sent you. That's my youngest daughter. Her name is Beverly. So tell her you got sent from her mom. And otherwise, I told you I brought everything. I brought everybody in my family something back from Pennsylvania and Ohio and all my shops. I had a Vidalia chopper. I'm going to show you this. I couldn't believe this. They had some things down there that were, you know, dirt cheap, like this. This Vidalia chopper I got this down there for $3, and it's got, you know, it's got both little inserts in it, and it's got this one too. But it's nice, and it's clean, and it's beautiful, not cracked, nothing, no damage to it, for $3. I had bought one a while back at a yard sale, and I've used it so much, I broke it. So I was without one for a while. Well, when I saw that, it's like, oh yeah, I can't go without that. And I got a beautiful stainless steel, which I gave that to my daughter, because she was looking for a wok. I got a stainless wok with a glass lid on it. Oh, it's just gorgeous, and it was in perfect shape for like $7. I couldn't believe the price of that. And then my son, who is a Steelers fan, he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And my son, who's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I got him a Steelers blanket for like $2. It was half off, so pretty cool. And I got a beautiful little set of dishes for my other daughter. There's like six smaller plates. They're like sandwich-sized plates. They're the square ones, and they're beautiful. They're trimmed with a beautiful lime green color. And then they've got the design, the bird design inside of them. I got those for $3, and I couldn't, no, $1.99. I couldn't believe it. So I grabbed them up because none of them were chipped, cracked, nothing. Perfect shape. So anyway, and then I got my little granddaughter's all a little bracelet. And I think I got that, I don't know where I got that at, but I got them little bracelets. You know, they just kind of snug down with the strings on them. And even Cece, the littlest one, she got one too. So I did. I hit everybody up and got them all a goodie from my travels. And I had contacted Homestead Tessie because I thought, you know what? I don't know exactly where she lives, but I know she's in Pennsylvania, and I think she's around the area where I was at, Shippensburg, probably not too far off in that area. And I thought, oh my gosh, what a perfect time to meet somebody. You know, I would have loved to meet her and bring her goodies from Michigan, from my homestead to hers, but she couldn't because her husband's very ill. So I just want everybody to, you know, say it, if you can, keep her in your prayers, because that's horrible. So she had to decline because her husband is ill. So that was sad, but I don't, you know, and I know we were supposed to leave to go to Tennessee. We were supposed to have left yesterday to go to Tennessee. I had to postpone that for, hopefully we can get down there next month and see Angie from Utter Chaos Farms, Hobby Farm. Hopefully we can get down there next month, and I know my friend Dave is going with me down there, but we did have to postpone that because we had to get my husband to Pennsylvania. And Dave had a few things come up that, you know, he had to address. So anyway, we had to postpone that, but we'll get there. Angie, we'll get there to see you. And I sure would have liked to have been able to plan the one to Pennsylvania a little bit, because, you know, through our Pennsylvania trip, we could have met up with some of my friends from Pennsylvania on here, the subscribers from Pennsylvania. It would have been kind of fun to meet up with some of you. But I'm sure we'll get around again, you know. If my husband's out of Pennsylvania, chances are I'll definitely be going down there again some point in time. So, oh boy, what else is going on? My videos are all up. It's doing good. Oh, my voice in the bathroom. My mysterious voice in the bathroom. I got so many comments from that. But I want to clarify one thing, because there was one person on there that said, oh, you're just lying. You just want views like everybody else. No, ma'am, I'm not lying. And you know what? I'm not after views. I have friends. Okay, I love to share what I do with people, and I don't do anything sneaky, conniving, underhanded, or dirty for views. Not me. But I did find out, because remember I said I've used my same camera, and a lot of people said, gosh, that sounds like you. Are you sure you weren't talking to yourself? Well, no, I wasn't talking to myself in the bathroom, but what I did find out was because I use the same camera, I use the same SDM card, and I just delete things off. Well, somebody had told me that, you know what, because I've used the same camera for 4 years and the same SDM card, I just keep deleting it off there. That's what I do. Anyway, apparently, I could have picked up on another, something could have ran through my video, another, you know, something from another video on my camera could have recorded through onto that. Don't ask me, I don't know. But it could definitely be my voice from another video. So the mysterious voice in the bathroom could definitely be mine, but not intentional. And what a perfect time at Halloween. But anyway, so I don't know how that works. It's like taking a picture and another image from another picture gets mixed in it, and it looks like a mysterious, you know, spiritual phenomenon. When I don't know what they call it, but that could happen with the videos, I guess. So maybe that's what happened. I have no idea, but it sure did freak me out. It made the hair on the back of my neck stand up, because it's like, what the heck was that? So that's what it could be. But it definitely was not me lying, and it definitely was not me seeking views, because that, friends, is not who I am. So, I don't know. I thought that was pretty nasty of that woman to say that. But you know what? To each their own. That's fine. If that's what you want to feel, perfectly fine. It was mysterious to me, you know. It was something that I did not have in the video, and it was mysterious to me, and it was a little bit freaky to me. But when this gentleman explained about the camera and I don't know what they call overexposure, something like that. It makes sense anyway. So it could very well be my voice from a different video. Anyway, enough of that. That was fun though. And I know I slept quite light for a few nights after that, thinking something's going to come running in my bedroom and, you know, I'm asleep here alone, so, you know. Anyway, I did more, oh gosh, what was it? I made chili. I took some of my, okay. New one. I did chili the other day. It was the 2 days before we left for Pennsylvania. I made a great big huge pot of chili. And I did it with a lot of the tomatoes, fresh tomatoes that I had left on my picnic table. I was going to make them into juice. And then I thought, it's cold, it's raining, I'm going to make a big old pot of chili, and then I'll just can up the leftovers. And I was going to do a video of canning up leftover chili. And I got to thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? You can do it. You can can leftover chili. Believe me, you can. But your chili beans, because they've been processed once before, and my chili beans are home canned, they've been processed once before, they'll get real mushy during a second processing. So what I did was, like I did the video on my bean soup when I put it in the little cups, the little plastic cups, and put them in the freezer. That's what I did with the chili. So I didn't do a video on that. But I want to do a video on good chili that you can, you know, right away. But I'm not going to be able to put chili beans in it because I don't want them to get mushy. So it's just going to be the tomatoes, the burger, and all the goodies that go in with it except for the beans. And then I can just throw them in the pot when I heat it up and they're good to go. But when you process beans twice, they'll be like mush. And sometimes even through the first one, like garbanzo beans, they tend to get real mushy anyway. And that's why when I can these, I use the garbanzo beans for hummus. But with that, I couldn't do I didn't want to recan that or can that, the beans twice. So I just froze it. And it works out good because with me here by myself, I can take one serving out of the freezer and there's my dinner or lunch or whatever, you know. So it works good. The pantry's getting good and stocked. I'm going to start doing videos now. I did a lot of canning videos for you. A lot of tomato videos. My goodness. I did so many tomatoes. I think my garden produced about a good 4 bushel of tomatoes or better. I had tomatoes coming out my ears. And green beans. Beans. And dry beans. Look at all. These are all the dry beans. They're all dried. These are from my garden. All of them. So I got a nice bunch of dry beans. This is this is a gallon container. So it's, you know, 3/4 of the way full. And then I got another tray full of beans that are still drying. So that'll not quite fill it, but pretty close. So I got a nice bunch of beans for my winter. And that will be perfect. And I showed you how to take care of those to, you know, preserve those to get rid of the bugs or any eggs that might be on them or anything. So you can grow your own beans. You can do that. It's nice. And what else is going on? Oh, I'm excited to introduce my youngest daughter to you. She moved back to our area here, so now I get to see them quite a bit, and I'm just so anxious and excited. She's a real crafty young gal. She's crafty, and she's got a good personality. So you guys will love her. You'll love her channel. She's got a lot of she does a lot of things that I necessarily don't do. She likes to do woodworking. She likes to do DIY projects. She loves to sew. And do all projects like that. And she's a fantastic cook. Of course, all my kids are because I taught them all. You know, even my son can cook and sew and bake and can and all that stuff. So, but she's going to share all her little goodies that she does. And again, I told you it's called Her Elements. So, You'll like that. But she's going to come over and we're going to do a video on couponing. I've always told you I use coupons when I stock my pantry or when I go shopping. I use a lot of coupons. But she is like the extreme couponer, and I have no clue how to extreme coupon. And I don't know if any of you, do this, but she's going to come over and we're going to do Pantry Chit Chat, and she's going to do, give us like a basic lesson on extreme couponing. Fantastic. She is so knowledgeable in it. And I'm excited for that, and hopefully that'll be in the next couple days, so you might get that video within the next week. Anyway, with that being said, I am going to be canning pumpkin, and I'm going to show you how to safely can pumpkin, because so many people want to puree that pumpkin just like store-bought and jar it up and can it, and that is a big no-no. That is just trouble brewing with that. So I'm going to show you how to properly and safely can pumpkin and squash, and except I don't can winter or spaghetti squash. That I'm going to do a dish with spaghetti squash. I'm going to do a video on spaghetti squash. I'm talking 100 miles an hour because I got so much rolling through my head. I'm trying to hit everything. So anyway, more videos coming for canning and freezing, and I'm going to take you on a tour through my freezer because I've got to organize it again because I have got it just cram-packed full. And I'll show you, because a lot of people say you must have a huge freezer because of all the videos I've done with freezing stuff and putting it in there. Yes, I do, but I also have a huge family. And they come and they say, oh, I want some of this and I want some of that, and they come shopping. So, yeah, I got a huge freezer and a huge family that likes to eat. So, with that, I'll show you the freezer. I got two freezers, actually. The one in my fridge and my deep chest freezer. Anyway, so, not much more going on. We had a ball in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is absolutely gorgeous. And you'll see one in there going through the tunnels. I don't know, for those of you who've never been in Pennsylvania or never been through a tunnel, it's just, I love them. I think they're the neatest things, going through that tunnel. I'm sure there's people out there that say they go through it every day. What's so big whoopee about that? But when you never go through tunnels, or we don't have tunnels in our state, But when I drove out on the road in the semi, I'm trying to think of where it was. We went underwater in a tunnel with the semi, and let me tell you, it's like, that will give you goosebumps. And then you come out and, or you're going into the tunnel, because when you're in a semi, you're up above that Jersey wall, you can see everything. So you can see that you're going down, you can see the water when you're going down into the tunnel, and it's just like, whoa, it's almost breathtaking. Anyway, so I got video going through the tunnels in Pennsylvania. They're fun. And the Allegheny Mountains, the Blue Mountains. It's kind of sporadic, the video, and it's, it's just, I just called it a trip to Pennsylvania with thrifting and sightseeing. But it's kind of sporadic. Some are just pictures, some are actual, footage of, videos. But I drove the whole way back, so I couldn't drive and do videos. So my friend Sharon, my travel companion, she was videoing this, and she's like, oh my God, these people are going to throw up because I'm going to make them motion sick because I'm moving around in the car and, trying to film this. So just be patient. and I'm going to cut out a lot of the moving around too much, but she did her best to give us nice footage and pictures. The pictures are beautiful. So anyway, with that being said, I have got a lot to do today. I got grandbabies coming, and I'm excited to see them. They called me. Oh my goodness, friends, I felt so bad because Saturday, we left Sunday morning. We left out of here at like 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning. And my grandbabies called me Saturday night just bawling. Nana, we don't want you to go down there. Something's going to happen and you won't come back. Oh, they were just, it almost makes me cry. They were so upset and so sad. So I had to call them every day. And they're so excited to see me today. It's like, oh, wow, they're just going to be clung to me. And I can't wait to give them their goodies and, yeah, have dinner with them. And we'll have fun. But they are, it just shows you how much grandparents are important to children. They are what helps build a foundation. Grandparents help the parents build the foundation. And look at my grandchildren are so close to me. I can't even go out of town and they're frantic. Something might happen to Grandma and Papa. So, yeah. I just about cried. You know, for 2 cents, I would have said, get on the bus because I don't want to rattle their foundation. But I just told them, I said, Nana, it'll be okay. We're just going to go down there and we'll be back. And I'll pick you up Wednesday from school and everything will be good, you know. But they were wired, and crying and begging. And it just about makes you melt. So I brought them goodies. They're excited. They don't know I brought them goodies, so I get to pick them up today at 3 o'clock from school, and the rest of the day is ours. Nobody's bothering me. It's just me and the grandbabies. And then we got about 4 dozen eggs to gather, so I'm going to wait for little Miss Stella to come home because she's the one that loves to gather the eggs, and we're going to have to go out there with a big bucket because there's lots of eggs out there. But anyway, with that being said, I got to go. I got lots of stuff to do. I didn't get to have coffee, but I hoped y'all had coffee while we were yakking. And we'll do this again. Hopefully the next time I have a pantry chit chat, I want to be, now that it's getting colder weather, I'll be able to do more pantry chit chats, so we'll have a ball. Anyway, hopefully the next one, you'll get to meet my youngest daughter because you've already met Susie. And we'll see you then.